when it comes to the creation of Dom Pérignon, it's definitely more inspiration than methodology. Methodology is more on super rigorous technical matters.
Mhm.
So there is really there are technicalities of grape growing and winemaking at Dom Pérignon, no doubt.
Mhm.
One has to make the wines. There's something very technical about it. But what eventually makes it Dom Pérignon is more subjective, is more inspirational, more on the scheme of creation. We would easily pride ourselves in the saying that, yeah, we are very true to the sum of the terroirs through the blending, but there is an added dimension to it, which is so personal. There's just a bit more than the terroirs. The way of designing the whole thing all together is so much ours, so singular, so different to anything. So, and in that scheme of an ideal of pursuing an ideal and working to that singularity is dedication to vintage. Dom Pérignon is vintage exclusively, nothing bad. So, wow, it is a challenge, because Champagne, as we speak, is cool climate, still is, and so making it from one single year is a challenge. You know that Champagne, the core production of Champagne is non-vintage. As a matter of fact, it's blended across the many successive years. It's all the consistency, the continuity, style, reserve wines, and so on. So, whereas Dom Pérignon, is playing on the exclusive, one-off, yes, and it's really about dealing with the constraints and trying to turn the constraints into as many opportunities. I think life, generally speaking, is about turning constraints into opportunities. Nothing ever comes for granted, you got to go for it, I don't see anything coming, I have teenager kids, I'm trying to, bring them up and explain that, guys, you got to go for it. So it's what vintage is about. You got to go for it and push and take a risk. And there's so much risk taking at Dom Pérignon, more than most people would think of. And so it's about really being on the toes, and pushing the boundaries, and when successful, to achieve what I'm used to call the extra soul. I'm after the extra soul. That je ne sais quoi extra. That series of good is not good enough, because then it's not on a scale of shared quality. It's about from your inner, from yourself.